Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Heidi, and in this video I'm going to talk about all the books I plan to read for the month of May. I have quite a few books I want to read. I don't know if I'm going to get to all of them. Every time I make a TBR list for the month, I don't think I've ever really completed it entirely. I think it's a good way to encourage you to continually read, and it just gets me really excited about all the books that I have on my shelf, because I'd really love to read all the books I have on my shelf. So if I'm just constantly getting myself pumped up to actually get to them, or getting myself excited to read them in a monthly TBR video, I may end up actually getting to all of them, but who knows? We will see. So let's just get into the first book I wanted to get into, and that is The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubinkowski, I believe. You're gonna see a pattern when it comes to these books. This book was in the Fairy Loot March subscription box, and I would like to continually read the subscription boxes that I'm getting in order. So I'm not doing a great job, but I would like to get to reading all of them as I receive them. So this is the next book in the Fairy Loot that I want to get into. So in this book we follow our main character Valeria, who is a 17-year-old girl who is one of the survivors of, I guess it's a dark magic that throws over her kingdom and trapped them on the mountain called the Knot Mountain, which if I'm correct, there are thieves that are capturing survivors, and she is, what I assume is she has been captured, and they are looking to use her to bring them back to this mountain that they were trapped, that her and her village were trapped in. That's kind of what I gathered from the synopsis. I am hoping, this is actually going to be my next book I'm going to read. I'm probably going to start with this book today. It's not a long book, it's like 300 pages long, so I'm excited for like adventure and travel, probably in like the cold mountains. Just looking at the cover of the book, it gives off really, like, it kind of makes me cold just looking at it. So I think that's gonna be the feel of the entire book. I feel it's gonna be a lot of travel in the snow. It's kind of weird to go into like that kind of weather in like spring for me right now. So yeah, I don't think it will be too long for me to get to. I don't like to rush through books, even if it's like a small, easy, quick read. I still like to just take my time and pace myself, just so I like really fully enjoy the story. But so yeah, I think this might be my first read for this month. Next we have Witches Steeped in Gold by Shannon Smart. This is a book from a subscription box from Owl Crate. I just opened the subscription box for the month of April, and this is what was in it. I'm excited because it's a witch book. I love reading about witches. I don't have too many. I think it's looking like I'm getting quite a bit from the subscription box I have. What I'm most concerned about this book is about two witches going against their higher power, I guess, and seeking revenge for what has done to them, from what I gather from the synopsis. So it looks like two witches are forming a pack together. Both are very kind of like different. It kind of reminds me of like The Princess and the Pauper. Like one is a pauper, like one is a peasant, and one is dressed in royalty. So it's gonna be like two women who are kind of like different from each other, who are coming together because of vengeance. That sounds pretty interesting to me, with two witches battling together for something they believe in, but I'm kind of hesitant because I don't normally like revenge stories. Anytime I'm reading a book and the sole purpose is because of revenge, the star rating for me immediately drops like 2 to 1 star. I normally don't like it. Like Nevernight, when I read that, I thought I would really like it because it's like an assassin and like she's going for revenge. It's an interesting story, but I just don't like it. We will see how hard that is for this book, if I'll like it. Hopefully I will, but we will see. Moving moving on, we have another witch book. I think last year I have already started it. This book has been on my TBR for so long, and this is the third time probably I've talked about this and put this in a TBR list for the month, and I still have not got to it. I am a few, like maybe 150 pages in. This is the second book to Serpent and Dove. The third book is coming out, I think, this year, and it's called Gods and Monsters. So I want to read this book because, well, two reasons, I guess. I loved Serpent and Dove. I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 stars when I read it, and it was just a fun book. It was just a fun book to get into. It's enemies to lovers. It was about a witch and a witch hunter forced into marriage, and it was a fun read, and I really liked it, and I'm interested to see, I am and I'm not, I guess, interested to see how it continues on, because I didn't mind how it ended. I'm just kind of curious how it will continue. So I want to get through this book. It doesn't seem like I'll like this book as much as I did the first book. I feel like this is just like a middle book, just filler for the very third book, to wrap up very nicely. That's what it seems it may be like, but we'll see. I just want to get to this book so I can read the third book, I guess, or just so it's done. But yeah, so we'll see if I actually get to this book this month. Maybe if I just keep putting that book on my TBR or in these videos, that I'll actually get to reading it. And the third book, another witch book. I know this is a lot of witches for this month, and it is Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley, and this is so pretty. This is a book from Owl Crate from the month of March. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And so I'm wondering if this is gonna be like an enemies to lovers trope. Tamsin is the most powerful witch of her generation, but after committing the worst magical sin, she's exiled by the ruling. Why are these witches always getting exiled? She's exiled by the ruling coven and cursed with the inability to love. The only way she can get those feelings back, even for just a little, is to steal love from others. Wherein is made of magic despite being unable to use it herself. Sorcerers are required to train with the coven as soon as they discover their ability, but Warren, the only caretaker of her father, has spent her life hiding her secret. So I'm pretty excited about this one. I think because it's a queen, I mean, there's witches and it is a queendom. I kind of want to just dive right in without reading too much into it and seeing what it's about. We will see. I'm kind of excited to see what it is. And the last book I really want to read, I have very high expectations for this book, and that is The Gilded Ones. I got this in the Owl Crate subscription box. Again, was it February? I think it was February. When I read the synopsis, it sounded so epic. So in this book, I believe there's like a ceremony, like a blood ceremony, I think it is. If your blood runs red, I think you're just like a normie and you go back to your village doing normal whatever, and then if your blood runs gold, you are, what is it called? But on the day of the ceremony, her blood runs gold, the color of impurity. Decca knows she will face the consequences worse than death when a mysterious woman comes to her with a choice: stay in the village and submit to her fate, or leave to fight the emperor in an army of girls just like her. They are called Acolyte, near immortals with rare gifts, and they are the only ones who can stop the emperor's greatest threat. I don't know, that sounds kind of epic to me, and I'm really excited to read this one. I was really excited to read this the moment I read the synopsis. The only reason why I haven't read it yet is I really wanted to do a reading vlog with this one. I haven't done any reading vlogs before. Kind of nervous. I think it's just because I'm nervous to film a reading vlog and to see how it would go. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I have high expectations for this one. I expect this to be like a 5-star book, so I'm excited to get into this one. So yeah, that is all the books I hope to read. I'm a slow reader. I don't think it would be impossible for me to get to all these books, but I think I would definitely have to just continually read every day to get through all these books, which doesn't seem like too much of a challenge, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching this video and sticking around with me. Comment below a star emoji, any star that you'd like. Comment below just for me to see that you've watched all the way to the end of this video, and I just appreciate you being here and listening to me just talk. So thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.